Well, we're not treating anatomical piece. There's nothing anatomical about that, right?
Okay.
Everything in this day's lab was local, right? This is all stuff that's either non-anatomical or regional, right? All those axes we've done are regional. You know, there's no anatomical counterpart for what we did.
It's more feminine, female space. Maybe.
So we like dowsing the. Let's find the balance point between pronation and supination. There we are. And then I'm just going to try to find the point that goes, okay, hand, 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 wrist, 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 wrist. I'm going to jump over it, elbow, elbow, okay. I come back, I'll douse it right there and hold it.
Wow, that low.
Yeah, it's about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way down. And what I see is, at that point,
That's the fulcrum?
That's the fulcrum point. So it's really analogous to the posterior neuropore in just the way you douse it and the way it feels.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're seeing, like in this case, I'm going to hold it and see, just by my holding it, does she have the resources to retrieve it?
Where is it in space?
And that case is no,
It's there.
and I have to go kind of out to here. Feel that? Douse that. Oop, here we are, it's right there. So I've got one hand at the spot where it ought to be. The other hand at the spot where it is. And what's happening now is the interosseous membrane is actually releasing and unwinding. This is actually going further out.
She did that before. When you matched the distortion, she went away from it.
Yeah. Well, it gives her, what often happens when we do displacements like this is they get stuck. So when we start to release the point, she actually goes further into the distortion because she never got a chance to complete it in the first place. Now she's going back in.
Yeah.
Just reversed. And you can feel that go right up the core fascia, the prevertebral fascia.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen, where your thumb is, your left thumb, didn't you say that's where, between wrist consciousness and shoulder consciousness?
Well, wrist consciousness and elbow shoulder consciousness.
Right.
I talked about dowsing it in the same way we douse the posterior neuropore in the spine.
Right. Mm-hmm. But when I've been dowsing people, that seems incredibly low towards the wrist. That's why
The wrist is here. That's about right.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to find you a lot higher. Okay.
Maybe it's different in Florida.
So it's contrast.
It's a lower latitude.
It's interesting how breath really increased when you got both points.
Yes, it's really interesting.
Like 3, 4, 4.
What did you say?
Walter said that how his perception of breath dramatically increased when I captured both elements of it and she started to actually treat. Yeah, every once in a while when I'm having a bad day and I sort of think this is all a figment of my imagination, events like this remind me that what we do is real. It's like, wow.
The scary thing is we're in your imagination with you now.
That's exactly. Welcome to my world.
So is it possible that what you're doing is you're rebalancing the energy of the nerve bud as it goes on?
That's not the way it feels to me. The nerve stuff that we work with next time.
But the energy of it, not the nerve itself.
Well, now remember, what we're working on when we're working with the interosseous membrane is we're working with the neurovascular sheath. So if anything, we're balancing the nest in which the nerve moves. So it's obviously going to inform the nerve, right? Because it'll support improved nerve motility. But what I feel like at the level where I'm working is it's very membranous. It's very energetic fulcrum of membrane. And as the membrane releases, I'm often aware of an increased power to the nerve motility. Does that make sense? That's probably what you felt.
Yeah. So
But I'm not working
so
directly
it's
with the
about
nerve.
Fiber optic cable primarily.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
not
exactly.
And the nerves are secondary.
And the nerves are moving within the fiber optic cable, separate.
Mhm.
Good, this is good. All right.
The legs.
All right, for a moment, yeah. You go ahead. Thank you. So we should be pretty familiar with the legs by now, right? Here are her fibulae, here are her tibias, and we're going to do the same thing. Feet, ankle, ankle, foot, leg, leg, oh, knee, and we come back to points about here. This one's really happy. This one's... Randy, can you just start working up the ITB a little bit toward her, closer to her hip? Oh, it's already starting to move. But, so it's actually, I can actually reach it now, I think. Go right to a point by one point, one finger. Just douse it. Keep going up. Up, 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 up. Keep going, keep going. There. That's it. You felt that breath, right? You often don't have a third party to verify, but what I felt was this whole thing kind of lifted and became alive. And now it's migrating back to me, starting to spin.
It's moving, yeah.
It's on the move.
Chakra's moving. Sinking in.
Bring on down, follow down.
Yeah.
She's like, she's like here now. Come on, girl. Let go up there.
Is that where it started?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's where she had to go to. I mean, I could have moved my table and done that, but there she goes. Engagement. We have ignition, Houston.
Do we have
That's strong. Yeah. All right. Now what?
Snake.